Hello, everybody, and welcome to Throwback Thursday.
We going back. We rewinding.
All right, so we are live. And
Live and in living color.
I love it. All right, y'all. Let's go. Come on in. Yeah.
You gotta show me how to steer it.
The odds are stacked up against you, but you can win.
Win anyway.
Keep your eyes on the prize, 'cause you can win.
Win anyway.
You've got too much to live for. Win anyway.
Win anyway.
This is only one chapter in your book. Keep reading, keep praying, keep
Win
healing.
anyway.
Purpose is calling you. Wake up, wake up, wake up. People are in your corner that you haven't met yet. Dreams, visions that you haven't unlocked yet. Hey, resources, relationships, revenue. It's just around the corner. Let's go, let's go. If you in the gym, win anyway. If you in your car, win anyway. If you at home, win anyway. Let's go. God is
graduating my faith to
God
trust.
is
Graduating my faith to
God
trust.
is
Graduating my faith to trust.
Trust you,
I
Lord.
trust you
Trust
in the
you,
middle
Lord.
of this whole
Trust you, Lord.
way.
Trust you, Lord. Trust you, Lord. I 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 trust you, Lord.
I have no other choice. I have no other choice. I have no other choice but to trust you, God. I have no other choice. I have no other choice. I have no other choice but to trust you, God.
You fought too
I have
hard.
no other choice. I have no other
You
choice.
made it this
I have no
far.
other choice but to trust you, God.
You can't give
I
up
have no other choice.
now.
I have no other choice.
You can't give
I
up
have no other choice but
now.
to trust you, God.
Come on, come on. Listen, you can make it. You can do this. You are on the right side. I
I have
trust
no
you,
other
Lord.
choice.
I
I have
trust
no
you,
other
Lord.
choice.
I
I have
trust
no
you,
other
Lord.
choice but
I
to trust you,
Lord.
God. I have no other choice. I have no other choice. I have no other choice but to trust you, God.
Yeah. All right. So that is what I wanted to do. All right. Y'all know that every week I'm trying to do this technology right. And so I have my special guest, but I don't know how to share it to his page. So let me introduce him and then we'll share it live so that everybody can come on in. This man is a blessing worldwide, international. He is my friend. Let's start by that. He is my friend. He's an advocate. He is a mentor. He is probably the funniest man that I have in my phone. But he is so about ministry, and he's a family man. He is married to one of the most phenomenal vocalists of our time. Y'all know who I'm talking about right now. Davidmann. Yes, Lord. So let me come and say what's up to my friend. What's up, man? Wait, I can't hear you. All right.
There we go. What's going on? That's you and me both with this technology. Now, I'm here to tell you, I'm trying to share it to our Facebook. I hope I've shared it. If I've shared it, let me see. I'm trying to share it. So share now. It's saying posted. I probably posted it about 10 times on our Facebook page. So it's going to be there for a lot of time.
Baby, it's a struggle.
Yeah, this technology ain't it's okay. I think I shared it.
Here, I got it.
Oh, I did.
Yes, I see you.
It's probably about 10 times on there because I kept sharing it.
No, you shared it one time.
Okay. What's going on, man? It's been a minute since I had a chance to just sit down and chat with you and just talk.
Oh, I know. It's been a minute, but
we've been on this whirlwind tour with the book.
Baby, this tour is not for the faint at heart. I don't know how y'all do it. I don't know how y'all do it because this tour is the last tour that I'm gonna be on.
You get to see what we feel like out on this road. You tired, you hungry, you got to use the bathroom, but you still have to be nice and cordial, and you got to talk about the book. Hey,
baby, I am like looking up to y'all, and I mean, there's so much that I want to ask you, even though you want to interview me. I think that despite, you're an entertainer, you're an artist, you are a worshiper, all of that is really, really great. But your marriage is the sanctity of your life. And that is so honorable. That is so honorable. I have sat down with them to eat. I've been fortunate to go to their house. They do like each other. Yeah. Like they do like, it's like, wow, they do
sometimes you can admit it's a bit inappropriate when you're with us, huh?
Yeah, it's a little like, my parents are like, you can go in the other room. Like, it's like, I don't know. But like, what is the secret? I mean, we wrote the book together.
We wrote the book. For those that don't know, Shaun is the one that wrote the book. Like he said, we spent so much time together, whether it was riding on the bus with us, whether it's, hey, let's go just to the house and we're just going to chill. We're going to lock in and we're going to sit and discuss, whether it's sitting down interviewing us. He pulled a lot out of us. When we got through, we were like, go home.
Baby, that was special. It was special.
But for us, the key is, you said it, we like each other. And it starts with that. I wanted to be with someone that first I could be a friend to. It ain't nothing, you can be lovers, great. And I know a lot of couples that don't genuinely like each other. And then so the kids are the glue for them to like each other and doing all this stuff. And once the kids grow up and they're gone, you're sitting in the house by yourself and you discover, I never really liked you. I don't like you. And so for us, the fact that we genuinely like each other, it helps us to love each other even more.
And y'all genuinely love God too, because that's a lot of artists. I've been around a lot of pastors, and I don't feel like they love God. I feel like they're employed by God.
Ooh.
And that's a difference. And
I hate that. That is true. It's almost like it's become their occupation.
Yeah.
To tell people to love God. No, I really do. I was telling an uncle of mine today, I was just like, man, I really love the Lord.
Yeah.
There's mistakes I've made in my life. I say, but my base, I'm so grateful for the base that our forefathers gave us.
Yeah.
I know a lot of the kids say today, that's too much and that's too strict. Thank you, Jesus.
Mhm.
Thank you, Jesus, that they set a foundation in us.
Yeah.
I know some of us went kicking and screaming, but now that I'm older, I thank God for it. I really do.
Yeah. Well, you look younger to me, and I've been
Man,
around you now for a couple of years. But you're looking younger and younger. I mean,
we're taking a little bit of that weight off and do it for you.
that's true. That's true. And I think that you are genuinely joyful and happy. And I know that you've had your own valley seasons. We've
Right.
gone through that. But I think,
We're going through that because you and I are writing another book about that. Just
yes.
stay tuned, y'all. Stay tuned.
Yeah. I mean, we can pivot to that real quick because people don't talk about what you are writing in this book, especially when you are a notable figure, especially when you are a comedy figure. They just think you wake up like that.
And especially when you're attached to the church.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
that was more fearful for me than anything. As a comedian, I can get away with it, a lot of it. But because I'm so closely attached to the church, it was like, why you just didn't pray it away? Why you just didn't go to the Lord and just tell the Lord thank you 10,000 times? And I did.
Right.
When I got up, I was still depressed.
Sheesh.
I was. And so I figured I needed someone that the Lord has used to help me out.
Yeah. This
So
book is going to blow y'all away. David is writing this book. I'm just editing, but it is his heart. I'm telling y'all, this is going to blow y'all away.
I texted him my notes and he's like, well, you're writing it anyway. I was like, no, put it together because this public school education I got,
Maybe.
Thank God for my public school education.
Yeah. So let's get with the book. I mean,
man, anyway.
You read it and you sent me your notes. I was like, yo, this is.
Let me tell you the problem that I had reading it. There were so many great nuggets in here that I kept doing because as I was getting my notes and compiling my notes, okay, I want to ask him about this. Okay, I want to ask him about this. And I was like, wait a minute, we only have an hour. I can't ask him about everything. I don't want to give everything away. So I had to condense my notes down to like 3 pages.
Yeah. I mean, you can ask me anything. So, the floor is yours.
We talk about win anyway. And if anybody could write a book called Win Anyway, especially, so I know the journey because I've kind of watched you through the years and the things that you've gone through in the last, 3 years? I think it's 2 or 3 years.
Yep.
Man, you could have called this book To Hell and Back and it would have been appropriate. it would have been appropriate and it still would have stood. But Win Anyway, I think was a very appropriate title because of what you've gone through. I mean, you've talked about, I don't want to give everything away because I want people to go get the book, but the strokes, having the problem with your legs and having just the problem. Man, I started reading the book and I understand some of the stuff that I didn't know. I know as we wrote our book, we had this lady, we'll just say this lady, that tried to tell us 2 Black men how to talk to Black men and Black women. And it was and I understand why you felt like you felt that time because you was just like, I've always struggled with it not being good enough. And I mean, so let me speak to that because I can't tell. I don't want to say how you felt, but I know you felt dejected by when it came back like, this is not good enough for you to talk to them,
Yes. So, you were my advocate. I was we started as client and writer, and you were a client, but there was a point where Tim was my prayer warrior and you were my advocate, because I had written 300 books prior to me meeting you. So I had enough stock that I could say I could write a book. But your publishers and these people that were reading our manuscript, they had a different slant. They had a different audience. They had, a different mix. And
In
so in mind.
That ain't what we had in mind.
And so I would never forget, like, the manuscript was sent there, and then they sent it back to us, and it was like I was in high school all over again. I was in college all over again, and there was red on every line. There was red on every page. There was red, and there were no comments that were, "This is nice." It was all rejection, 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 rejection. And I told you one day, and I said, you have to get somebody else to write your book, because I don't know this. And you said,
"You must be out your mind." I can tell you what I really said. It started with an N. You must be crazy. But it's because, and I'll say it, and I'll just be open and candid. There were two middle-aged white ladies trying to tell two black people, a black married couple, husband and wife, how to address black people. And so it was just like, and so it was a step of, no. But I wanted you to tell that story because in the book, I seen like you're going through college and some of that same stuff. And I was like, oh, that's where that came from. And some of the rejection, I was like, that's where that came from.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, so my issue is rejection, but somebody else's issue is insecurity. Someone else's issue is fear. Someone else's issue is anger. Someone else's issue is their disability. But whatever your issue is, you can win anyway. Like, God will surround you with people who will cover your insecurity. And that was what I found.
This book spoke to that. And I to start out, I know you said you felt like the trophy kid and the black sheep. How do you feel like the trophy kid? Like, because the trophy kid is the one that, girl, he's gonna be great. And the black sheep is like, that boy special, he ain't gonna be nothing. How do you feel like both in your mind? Because
when the cameras are on, this, when the cameras are on, as a performer, as a actor, you light up and you go with the flow. There's a different side of me that people see, but I know the real me. And when the cameras are off, I'm home alone. I am dealing with all of my there are different things about me that are just weird.
Yeah, I read that too on the deal. You say you just, you're walking contradiction.
Yes.
Why do you feel that way? Because I don't see that, because, and I guess I could see how you could feel that way. Because, like, on one hand, you got a little swag. On the other hand, you kind of nerdy. You're a little nerdy.
But you can see that even when I go to y'all's house, I hang out with the family, but then I have to go to my room. It's like I can't be around several people all day because it's exhausting. And so I've learned how, when you're a left-handed man in a right-handed world, you just have to go and do what you do with your difference. You know what I'm saying? And I've made it work, but it took some time.
Yeah, it did. So you also write in there, there's the time in your life you have to tell your trauma, not today.
My God.
How do you do that when, like, bro, the first stroke, the second stroke, then, you put in the book, and it's graphic, the pictures you put in the book with your leg, man, how do you do that?
I think that's why when I was writing this book, I chose to do affirmations after every chapter instead of prayers.
Yeah.
Because I have a wonderful prayer life with God, but I did not have an affirmation conversation with myself. And I think I needed myself to know, like, you are good enough. Like, in the morning, I say my prayers, and then I go to the mirror and I'm like, yo, we gonna kill it today. You're not going to stop until there's accomplished purpose in the earth, right? And I know that others can talk to you. I know that God can send messengers, but you have to tell trauma, like, this ain't the day, because trauma will tell you that depression is going to have you, that suicide is the better way, that nobody's thinking about you. When I was in, even a year ago, like, this second stroke was meant to kill me.
Wow.
Like, I traveled to your house just this year, and I know you saw a difference because the first one was
Because
able to.
I said it to you. I said, listen, bro. And I think for me, that kind of solidified our, like, I'm for real. Like, we started this whole deal as, hey, you write me a book, I give you your money, you go on your way.
Yep.
But I think somewhere in there, it flipped and turned, like, no, we connected, bro.
You connected. I mean, I'm family. And that it's so, I don't know. It's so dope to see that we have survived all of this time. But even then, I didn't even know how bad it was, because I was just like, I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna go. But, like, my mind needed time to rest.
Right.
My skills needed time to get,
Refined.
refined. I needed the resting season that I did not want. Because, when you are an entrepreneur and you don't have a staff of 10 or 15 people or 50 people, you got bills to pay,
Right.
and, you can wallow in your trauma, or you can say, I'm going to do this anyway. But I thank God for real friends that will see you and be like, yo, I got it this time. Rest.
Yeah.
But that last stroke, really, it was meant to kill me. My mother told me just this year that I coded when I had that stroke. And she heard me code in the ICU room. She heard them say, doctors, we have code, and it was me. And so it's a year later. I had to go to therapy all year so I could talk again, so I could, use my left hand again. I had to write again. I could not even tie my shoes for 6 months. But God is so faithful.
Wow. And that's why that's why you say in the book, the win should be greater than the war. Because Lord knows you went through a war. And so I think that's why we gotta, you talked about celebrating the small things, celebrating those small, to some people, tying a shoe, that ain't no big thing. It is when you can't do it. And I think that stuck with me. And like I say, I was going through the book and I was like, I got to ask him about this. When you say the win should be greater than the war, that was like, I was like, wow.
Yeah, because we can get caught up in the difficulty so much that we don't get past first base. And difficulty is only the preliminary to what we are doing. You know what I'm saying? And so just win. Like, just win. I want to tell my friends that on social media and all of that, because my age group, we post a lot for attention.
Right.
But I don't want to post for attention. I want to post for purpose. Like I
Right.
want my life to mean something long after I'm here. You know what I mean? So that's why I wrote like I wrote.
So social media has it has done so much to this generation, and it and everything we're talking about is like you segue into something I wanted to ask. Don't allow one comment to paralyze your progress. Social media, you're not good enough. You don't have, because you look on there, you post something and you say, I wonder how many likes I got on that.
Yeah.
Not, only 5 people like that, I must not be good enough. And that's what when you talked about the 99 people can say, you were great, you were wonderful, you did a wonderful job. And that one comment messes up the whole deal.
Yep.
Ain't that crazy?
It's crazy to hear you say that because, you have a following and y'all have 1 million followers and all of that, but it's the same insecurity on different levels.
Mm-hmm.
Despite the same insecurity on different levels, because all of us want to be seen. All of us want to belong.
Mm-hmm.
All of us want our life to mean something. But this is what I had to do for myself. Who am I impressing really? I am a spiritual person. I have to impress God. And I have to impress my daughter.
Wow.
And everything else, y'all just onlookers.
I want to get to the whole the daughter thing, because boy, when I don't want to get ahead of myself, because when you start talking about the daughter, you said something in the book that was dedicated to your daughter. I was like, he went deep. so even where we are, don't live your life measuring your success with someone else's ruler.
Yeah.
We do it, don't we?
Mm-hmm. I mean, all of my friends are wealthy and famous, and I write for a lot of great people. And if I compare myself, if
Right.
I challenge myself because I don't make what you make, then I'm not living what I was meant to live in the earth.
Right.
Like, it does not matter if you make more and I make less. If we friends, we got each other. But
Ain't it easy to do? Like, you kind of look and you're going along and say, well, I've been doing this for 20 years. And here this young cat come, he just been 1 year in the game and he's number 1, he's the top.
baby,
Can't you see where that can kind of get you distracted?
yeah,
And so
it can.
that's why I think not measuring ourselves to other people's success, because success to me and winning for me may be something totally different for you.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, winning for me, is I'm here. I got people surrounding me that love me. I that's a win for me. I know we measure wins on, I got a platinum album, I'm doing this, I made this much money, and
Yeah.
you could be miserable. That's
Miserable.
a win for me.
Miserable. And that's why I think that you and your wife are diamonds, like in the gospel industry, in the world, because we look to you because you love God and you love each other. And it's not a fake. You know what I mean? Like, so your win is you got your bride, you got your family, and you got some ribs on the stove. Like, and that's okay. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's okay.
And I think you spoke about letting, not loving your trauma, but letting it teach you lessons.
Hmm.
That's what I don't think we do is we don't learn from what we've been through and learn from where we've come from. That's what I loved about this book. It's just like, I told you, it was just nuggets all through here. I was like, I'm gonna fool around and it's gonna be 5 hours.
But look, so Black people and Black men specifically, we can't learn from trauma unless we go to therapy.
Yep.
There's no way that you can learn from your trauma if you don't sit with someone that is licensed to help you heal. And
Wow.
that might be a therapist for you, that might be a pastor, that might be a clinician, that might be so much, but you cannot deal with your trauma by going to the gym.
Yeah.
You can't deal with your trauma by having sex. You
Yeah.
can't deal with your trauma by going to church. You have to sit with that. You have to sit with it. You have to sit with the unrest of it, and you have to sit with the war of it. And then it'll come a day that you're like, yo, I got peace in this.
Yeah. Can you say covering up only compresses issues that you're eventually going to have to deal with? So,
Basically.
like to what you say, whatever it is, eventually you're going to have to deal with you.
Yes,
Because I always say one of the worst people, because you can lie to anybody out here. You can lie to them. One of the worst people in the world to lie to is yourself. Make yourself believe that a lie is the truth. And I thought that was such a great statement. You eventually going to have to deal with it.
Yeah.
So I was just blown away by just things like that in here. I was like, Shaun was doing this good writing in this book. And he, because when you think about the stuff that you dealt with in this book, even some of you was being petty with the cord when your computer cable.
Yes.
Y'all got to read the book to know what I'm talking about. His computer cable. He should have just bought a new one before he went out of town. But his cheap self just went over. Who goes overseas with something that you know is broke? Y'all have to read the book to understand what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but that happens in life. I mean, I was petty and I was joking. I was joking, but how many of us pack something and move away with us knowing before we moved that it was broke?
Right.
Us realizing before we walked on the stage that we didn't sing. Like we could not sing because we were hoarse. And I think that it's a metaphor. And I think God wants us to really like see ourselves before the world sees us. And then we're stuck out there and we're not where we are.
Yeah. And, most opportunities come during the most inopportune times. And I know, I say that because I remember and you even put it in the book, the emails that were sent to you, like the guy that had the job, and you were like, you didn't even expect this to have this particular job. And I know I'm telling these stories, y'all, but I'm not giving y'all all of it. So y'all will have something to go and read in the book. Because it was like, that was God. That was God. Because you was about to be out in the streets if you didn't get that money.
Listen, it's been God every chapter of my life. I mean, even when I met y'all, it was God. Like the way that I was working with another client, that client was in the studio with y'all and he was reading a chapter and y'all were like, yo, can you tell him to tell us,
Myron Butler. That's who introduced us. That was Myron Butler.
Yes.
Butler. What's up, Myron?
Yes. And so I don't know. It's just when God's favor is on you, his favor is on you.
Yeah. Yes. Setbacks are part of the process. That stuck out to me because a lot of people think, even with us, you look at what we've done. We've been doing this 30 years and you think, oh, they've been good. It's been good. And it's been, no, we've had some major setbacks. I think this book will speak to people to let them know that you can win because you had some setbacks to where you could easily, like I say, you could have named this book To Hell and Back twice and back. But you did. You just showed us where setbacks are just part of the process. And it's how you process that is the way for you to grow.
What's one of like your setbacks that most people wouldn't know that you feel comfortable sharing?
I can even say recently, because with the depression, that was a setback for me because nobody could have ever imagined. Somebody put it this way: you're freaking Davidmann. What do you have to be sad about? What do you have to be depressed about? And to me, that was a setback because it paralyzed me for a time. It paralyzed me and put me in a spot to where I couldn't create. I couldn't think. I couldn't function. The gift that God has given me was laying dormant. I just felt stuck.
Yeah.
But it set me up because right now, bro, when I tell you I'm in a space to where I can't even wait to get on stage. Like right now, I'm just like creating my own stage in the backyard. I want to just go out and invite people because I understand the win. When you say win, I'm like, this is a win for me. I am back.
Yes.
I am back and I'm ready. It was a setback, but now I've learned from it. That was an intermission. Like you call your setbacks just an intermission. And
Yeah.
I was only at intermission. I'm back.
Yeah. And it's about perspective, right? Because someone can see the same road and see a totally different outcome. But I want to see it through God's perspective. I'm like, yo, this is working for my good. So if it's not good yet, God's not done yet.
Right. He's working for and that's the way I looked at this whole situation. Because man, when you're going through those dark periods and those dark moments, it's almost hard to see through that.
Yeah.
And I was just, as I started to come out with therapy, my family, my wife, I was just like, wow. And so when I started to read the book, I'm like, he was talking to me. We in this together, bro.
Yes. Because you were going through depression as I was going through my recovery from my second stroke.
Right. So
middle of the pandemic.
Right.
Like, come
Go
on.
figure.
Yes.
Jesus, he's like, Jesus, are you there? Hello? Now, did I forget his phone number? Here's the thing that I was telling you earlier that I wanted to make sure, because this right here, it says my present wins are attached to my daughter's future wins. Man, and even my losses are my wins, because if my daughter learns from my mistakes, she can save time and skip steps.
Oh, so your live has ended. It'll be available soon.
Really?
Yeah, I think your live on your page just shifted.
Did it?
Yes. So.
Did I stop it?
I don't know, but come back on.
I can come back. I can share it again. Hold on. There we go. Did I just share it?
I think so. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, we're back.
All right. So go ahead. What was your question?
My present wins are attached to my daughter's future wins. And even my losses are wins, because if my daughter learns from my mistakes, she can save time and skip steps.
Yes. Yes.
I was like, he writing his good stuff for not only us, but for his baby. And that's what that statement right there, I preach that all the time, because sometimes I can be a bit overbearing when it comes as it relates to my kids, and like, don't make the same mistakes. Don't make the same mistakes that I made. But this right here put it in a way like, I want to send this to them. It's like, I'm only here to just help you skip the mistakes.
Yes.
Skip a lot of that, the heartaches.
Come on. Because that's legacy building. That is legacy building. If you are a parent and you just concern yourself about what you got, what you want, you are not a parent. Mm-hmm. But a parent that is purposeful is about legacy building. I am thinking about my grandchildren. I'm thinking about my great grandchildren, and I want their life to be much easier because of my life. You know,
it's to help them get there faster.
Yeah,
that's what you said. My goal in life is to make a mark that matters.
Make a mark that matters.
That's what we're here for.
Yep.
To make a mark that matters. So when I'm gone, when my old tire behind is gone, I can leave something back that matters.
Yes.
Not just stuff. but stuff like this, the book, like
Yes.
people read this and discover, wow, I can win.
Mm-hmm.
After I look at his story and look what he went through, and as you talked about about divorce in the book, and just dealing with that. That was enough to just say, okay, I'm good. I'm gonna go on and do something else. And you just had a lot of opportunities to throw in the towel and say, all right, I'm gonna go work at the R&B strip club or something. I don't know.
I'm just gonna throw it up.
You're right.
Right.
You're gonna drop it like it's warm.
Hey, drop it like it's warm. Listen, somebody gonna love me.
Yeah. Somebody. And you run here and stop. And this is something that I can say, stop playing small. Your dreams are massive. Like, I know for me, and some people say it's humble. You can sell yourself short. I heard someone one of the track stars. She was saying, for so long I sold myself small. And, I sold myself short.
Yeah.
I think a lot of us do that. I had a very prominent person. You all know him. He asked me a question about just life. So, what do you want in life? How do you want to retire? What do you see? And I told him, and he simply said, "Just my opinion. You should dream bigger." And I was like, "Well, I thought that was a big dream. I thought that was a big." He said, "Just think about it. Just look at it and think about it."
Wow.
And I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? That dream wasn't big enough, because that only gives me about 5 or 10 years. What if I live 20 or 30 years? I just appreciate people that dare us to dream. And I felt like that's what this book does, is it dares us to dream.
Yeah, I did not know when I was writing it that it would speak to someone like you. But now that I've had these conversations with you, like revelation never expires.
Right.
When you write from your own experience and you write from your own heart, it hits people where they are. And I did not write this to be a bestseller. I did not write this so that people could be impressed with my lexicon. I wrote this to make an impact. That's why I wrote it.
And it for me, it's intellectual enough for the most intellectual person to read it, but it's simple enough to the most simple person could understand it.
Yeah.
That was deep.
That was good. That was
good. It is. I mean, because bro, let's just face it. You're a smart dude. For those that don't know, give them a bit of history about your college exploits.
Well,
that's when somebody get up in church and say something like, "Well, I'm not gonna be before you long." That's when you know somebody got something for, well, you just tell them. You ain't got to go all well.
So, I graduated from Seton Hall in 3 years instead of 4. And then I matriculated to a master's degree at Seton Hall. Then I went to Duke and I had a second master's. And then I went to Princeton and I had my third. And that was before I turned 30. And so God put me in these beautiful and like really intellectual spaces. But like my grandfather couldn't read until he was 40. And so I'm just grateful that I had the exposure. But as you said in the beginning of our interview, like the foundation, it sustained me at every single level so that I could be what I'm doing now.
Yeah. And you wrote in the book, if you don't ask, the answer is always going to be no. That was like, if you don't ask, you'll always get a no. And you started writing some stuff. I just was just going here and just picking out nuggets on it.
Just read some that you wrote, or
Just let me see. Rejection tells the same lie over and over again. That one right there. I was just like it, and then you went I didn't write all those down, but you just went through what rejection does. Can you just speak to a few of what all rejection does to you?
I mean, so in my heart, rejection is a liar.
Right.
It minimizes you. It says that you are a grasshopper when you are a giant. It tells you that you're normal and somebody else is major, and it's a liar. Like,
right. They don't want me. I'll go through some of them. You said, like, they don't want me. She found somebody better. You're not good enough. All of those. And, a lot of people are dealing with that.
Yes.
And you said exactly who you're writing this book for. You're writing this book for those people that feel like they were rejected.
Yep.
You're probably writing somebody that's one of those, because you're a borderline genius, but I'm not telling you that because I don't want your head to get too big. But you're writing that book for those people that are intellectually smart, but just deal with rejection. Rejection has no respect of person. It does not matter who it jumps on. And we've all been there. I know at least I've been there thinking, I look at stuff like this and it's going to be the weirdest thing. I look at other comedians and other singers.
Yeah.
And I'm like Daylan Collins. I don't know if you know Daylan Collins from The Family in the group. And I'm like, man, that boy can sing. That boy I wish I could sing like him. And it just, you see somebody at that level, some of the elite singers, and you're like, man, well, maybe I won't sing anymore. Or you see some of the big comedians out here, and it's like, am I funny enough to do that? Am I good enough to be in the same class with these guys? And I'm on stage, right after COVID, and I noticed this lady. This what kind of made me like, I can do this. There was this lady who was kind of sitting, and she kind of had this, how you can tell when somebody's going through something. And by the time I got off stage, this lady had laughed so hard. It's like I could literally see the weight that was lifted off of her. And I went back after doing a comedy show, mind you, went to the back and just bawled, cried. I just cried. I was like, why is it that I just don't feel like I'm good enough to be up there with everybody else? This is after 500 episodes of television, all the movie stuff, stand-up shows, and you still every once in a while, I don't know if you're quite that good. I don't know if you're good enough. I'm learning, and I'm still learning. Even from this book told me I can win anyway, man. This right here just helped me.
But you said something a few minutes ago that just floored me. Rejection has no respect of a person.
No.
Like, I don't care who you are. I know that every praise and worship leader, every singer in America looks at your wife and says, I can't sing.
But what they would not realize is that before she goes on that stage, she is a nervous wreck. The Tamala Man is a nervous wreck before she goes up there. And if you've seen me before I went on stage, you would be like, dude, you're not gonna make it tonight. You're not gonna make it. But you know what? I every night just agonizing. I'm like, Lord, why do I have to go through this every night? And I heard him say, because it's not about you. If you start getting and starting to think about it's about you, then it'll be over. When I go on that stage, believe it or not, when I'm doing stand-up, I don't even remember the first thing I'm supposed to say until I get up there. And the reason I'm in such a nervous wreck, because it's like, what's the first thing I'm supposed to be saying? Oh God. And then it's just like,
and that's crazy to me because you've had, I mean, TV crazy, but you've been on so many stages in your career. You've been on stages with Tyler Perry. You've been on stages with Kirk Franklin. You've been on stages with Tamala Mann. You've been on stages like there's not one stage that a gospel artist has thought of that you haven't been on.
I know, but it shows you this struggle is real.
Yeah.
This struggle is real.
Yeah. But this is the thing. I know we the same person, but we don't get a lot of the transparency that you offer. Your wife offers. Like we don't get that from the stars, because the stars are perpetrating. You know what I mean? Because it's a lot when you have to be vulnerable enough to say, I'm human.
Right. You know what, and I like that you shared this in the book, and it's just, even with us, it's like this life, this fabulous life that y'all think is this fabulous is not this fabulous. What it is we're a work in progress. And I like that you shared your work in progress moments, even the uncomfortable moments and the moments that you shared that were just so open and vulnerable. Get the book, y'all. Let's see what I'm talking about. Those moments, even as you talked about just the divorce, going through the divorce and y'all being connected, you connected to God, but your marriage wasn't connected. Little stuff. See, I didn't even write that one down. That just came off my dome. I remembered that one from in there.
Yeah, because that's a problem that's Christian and non-Christian alike. People can be successful apart, but you have to be successful together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. And I had before I have you to read, you said you put some affirmations in there. Before I have you read that, I know we got a few more minutes, and you know what? We got a few more minutes, and I still have 2 pages of notes, so I won't read. But when making crucial decisions, you have some recommendations. Consider the long-term why. Remember that someone's feelings will probably be hurt in some of your decisions. Know that God will never stop loving you. Those are, and you gauge your emotional sobriety.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
I want to hear your notes. I want to hear your notes.
That was in my notes.
Yes.
Before you ask and before you decide, first answer a few questions. Why am I doing this? Do I need to do this now? If I started the new thing, well, the old thing must stop. Who outside of me does this decision impact? See, these are things, man. I was like, he doing this. I hope he saved some of this for my book.
When the waters are troubled, it's good. It's good.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I know. Even in our relationship, like your book is going to be the top because you are the top. I mean, if we're gonna do this,
and you're right. If we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it A1. The greatest war we fight is the war within. Ain't nobody ever fought me like I fought me.
Davidmann make me cry.
Ain't nobody. Yeah. This one was one of those that I discovered even going through depression, and I discovered like people can't live off of half of me. Yeah, I was giving them half and thinking that's good enough for everybody. Go away. I've given you half. Yeah, man, this was some great stuff, man. We got to do a part 2 of this. I know we supposed to do an hour, but we got to, because I still have like, man. Okay. Oh wow. Okay. No, I'm not going to even do that to him.
Go ahead, do it.
Okay. Many of us waste precious years trying to adjust our lives to accommodate dead things.
These
And I'll take an offering up on that.
Yeah, we have to do a part 2.
Yeah.
We have to do a part 2.
I sent you a text message earlier because as I was reading the end, I was reading through the affirmations. I said, oh, I want him to do this one. I want him to do that one. Then Doc, I got to narrow it down to one. And I sent you the one that I would like for you to share with people as we close.
All right. I'll read it from the text message.
Okay.
Oh man, David, thank you so much for this. Tomorrow's not promised. So today, I choose to reevaluate what I pour my energy into. I now see that life is precious and each day is a gift. As a gift, I choose to approach each day with the awareness that everything can change in the blink of an eye.
Wow.
I choose to approach each day with the awareness that everything can change with the blink of an eye.
Wow. That's good. That's good right there. Today, I choose to stop wasting my time on things that don't matter and fully embrace that I'm loved. I'm enough, and I'm enough with or without my work. Wow. I'm loved enough to be placed in family. I'm loved no matter how much I evolve. I will lean into all that I am and win anyway. Win anyway, man. I appreciate you letting me do this. This was a win for me too, because as I read, I went through a lot of this and was like, thank you. I'm glad I sit down and read it.
Yeah. I mean, when you talked about if you don't ask, the answer is always no. I wasn't going to ask you to do this.
You know what the answer would have been? No.
Like, why would this busy man who makes all of this money, who's in the top of his game, take an hour to do an interview with me? I just thought and something just said, ask. And this is the thing. That morning, I texted like 10 people. You were the first person to say yes. The first person to say yes. Out of all the 10 people that I asked, you were the first person. And I was like, this is crazy.
You wrote it in your book. If you don't ask, the answer is always no. And you ask, and it was given unto you. Press down, shake it together, and run it over.
We're going to have to do part 2. We're going to have to do part 2.
I still got 2 pages of notes that I didn't get to.
Yeah, because I was just like, that blink of an eye, that shifted me, because I lived it.
You lived it.
I lived it, and I don't care how intelligent you are. I don't care how much money you got. Everything can change in the blink of an eye.
Man, wow. Man, I appreciate you doing this. I'm trying to stop my live. I don't know how to do it. Is it still going?
I don't know. We are in need of a technological specialist. All right. So when we do this the second time, we
He's
need
a good
somebody
writer, but he can't do no technical stuff. And I ain't said I know what I'm doing. But man, I appreciate it. And brother, I love you. We got to get busy on this. I don't even know what we're gonna call my book, but I know it's gonna be great.
Yeah, we got to get.
You're a part of it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a part of y'all's life forever. But I really want you to get this book out because I know this tour is coming up, and I know that people are blessed by y'all's ministry holistically. And so, just whatever I have to do, just let me know. I am indebted to you and your wife and your whole family because y'all really have my back. Y'all really have my back. Yeah.
I appreciate you. Appreciate you.
Oh, man. All right, y'all. So this was the interview that I was waiting for. And Davidmann is a friend. He is a mentor. He's a brother. He's that guy. And so look out for part 2, because I think we're going to sit down and probably do his book too. But win anyway. Win anyway. Some of you have never met me. Some of you don't know me because, you were in Davidmann's live or you searched my name. But I'm telling you, you have to win anyway. The excuses are not excuses. They can be turned into engines. And I thank God for this interview. I thank God for you. And I'll see y'all later. All right.
Thank y'all for watching Throwback Thursdays. Come back next Thursday for another throwback.